jailer in him.
Jessica Miller has been counting the days.
It's been 2,029 days since my brother has been gone.
Her brother is Joshua Antoine Jernigan, or the Four of Hearts. Murdered in 2017, Jernigan is one of the unsolved murder cases in Kansas featured in the first edition of the Cold Case deck of cards.
I think they're a brilliant idea. The cards are a way for the law enforcement community to get information about cases into the hands of people who might know something. And one of the really interesting things about working major investigations is you never know what piece of information, what single piece of information might tip the scale from an unsolved case becoming a solved case.
The cards have been circulating throughout every Kansas correctional facility and county jail for nearly a year. Thus far, the number of tips received is lower than what was hoped for, partly because of what the cards represent. To the residents, they're referred to as rat stacks. They fear the age-old stigma of ratting someone out. But the reality is, the cards are an opportunity to possibly do good for someone else, as well as themselves.
Everybody doesn't want to be that rat, so to say, but everybody also finds a point in their life where maybe they need to, two things can happen. They either need to find somebody that can help them, whether that be an officer, God, whoever they want to try and make things right with, or just finding a way to help themselves out of that particular moment. And so what we find is, even though they say they don't want to be a rat or whatever, everybody talks about that, the information still will come out, whether that's through talking to each other or through talking to law enforcement.
Jack of clubs, ace of diamonds, and four of hearts.
Although there has yet to be a solved case from the cards, authorities say it's part of the process.
The measure of success is, have we gotten information into the hands of people that can use it and that might bring a tip to light? We don't know if a case will ever be solved as a result of these cards, but if even one case is solved, then in our view, it's been worthwhile.
And this is him with Jay Sean when Jay Sean was a baby. And Jay Sean is 8.
Still, for the families of these victims, a slow process means a slow torment.
It's just a deep wound that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But this has taught me that love and forgiveness go deeper than we can imagine sometimes. The love for my brother has not diminished. If anything, it has become stronger, but not stronger through anger, stronger for just wanting justice.
For 2 years after her brother's murder, Jessica Miller couldn't look at any picture of him. But today, Miller cherishes all the pictures of her brother and his 3 children, reminders of what a good person he was and of the love within their family.
I often say that a gun didn't kill my brother, hate did. But the pictures remind me of his love. And I feel like since we are the ones still alive, in order for us to get justice for him, it has to be through love, not through hate.
KDOC is often asked when we might see a second deck of cold case cards.
We are not starting that anytime super soon. I think seeing some of the impact of the first deck is really the first place that we want to start. I would say a year or 2 down the road we may be talking about what a second deck looks like, but the effort that we're spending really highlighting and giving attention to these cases, we want to be really intentional.
In the meantime, Miller is learning to find peace within the situation.
It did not happen overnight. But when you let hate rule, I would be worse than the killer, because you're killing your own self.